Hello and good morning. It's 6 a.m. and it's 14 degrees outside. The perks of being in the highlands. And right now I have to go outside to make my breakfast, which I'm not excited about. But yeah, I guess I just have to put on like all my clothes and just do it. We're doing it. Let's go. I usually have a better intro than this, but apparently not today, so hello and welcome to a new video. In case you're new here, my name is Neda, and for today's vlog, I'm waking up bright and early to get ready to leave Cameron Highlands, where I have been staying for the past week, and head towards my next destination here in Malaysia. No, when I said all the clothes, I meant all the clothes. It's still gonna be freezing. Fuck. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. The hostel I was staying at had their kitchen area outdoors, so that's why it's dark here, and it's also why I wasn't super excited about getting out of my warm and cozy bed at 6 a.m. But here we are. Once I was done scrambling my eggs, I ran right back up to my room again, where I just sat and ate my breakfast and did the last little bits of packing before it was time to leave. It is now 7:24. My bags are packed and it's time to get the fuck out of here. I haven't been wearing this thing in a while. I've also said goodbye to the pups. I'm gonna miss them so much. The bag feels a lot heavier than I remember it being. But you know what? Can't really blame anyone but myself. Let's go to the bus station. I will say the only pup that I couldn't find was Bonnie. Oh, there he is! Okay, that's good. I wanted to say goodbye to you too, my love. Goodbye, pup. Goodbye. I believe they're gonna follow me to the road. Taking one last look at this beautiful place. It's been good. It's been really good. But it is time to leave. So that's what we're doing. We are moving on to our next destination, which will be Taman Negara, a very old rainforest. So that's exciting. I'm excited. So far I've only booked my transportation to the place as well as one night of accommodation. But yeah, here we are. For some reason I thought I would be getting onto a bus, but the transportation actually turned out to be a minivan instead. It was, however, very comfortable, and as usual, I just spent the majority of the journey listening to an audiobook as well as enjoying the landscapes that we were driving through. The temperature shifted very quickly as we were driving down from the highlands, and I'm happy I layered up that morning as I was now able to throw some of those layers off again. Alright, it is now almost 11 o'clock, which means we've been driving for 3 hours. We've been dropped off at this kind of bus stop and divided depending on if you're going to Taman Negara by bus or by boat. I'm going by bus and it leaves at 12, so I have about an hour here. Time to go. And then it was right back into the minivan again for another 2 hours of driving until we finally reached the destination. Alright, we have arrived. I just checked into my hostel, I got my room or my bed in my dorm, and I'm now headed towards the entry of the national park to get my ticket for my stay, because you need one of those to like go into the national park, I guess. I will say it's very, very different from Cameron Highlands, mainly because I was in the islands and it was like 17 degrees, and Down here is like 30, so it's quite a big shift in temperature over one day, but it feels fine. Right now it feels fine. Just have to find this entry point where I need to buy a ticket. I don't know where that is, and people are staring at me. Apparently this place where I have to get the national park ticket was on the other side of the river, so I just paid 1 ringgit for a guy to literally just drive me across the river. I went into the park center and got my permit, which cost me 6 Malaysian ringgits. I then found a little shop, so I went in and got an ice cream that I just sat and ate while looking out over the river before it was time for me to cross it and head back to my hostel again. I kind of remembered that they're doing like a river thing at 3, and I said that I would join, and it's 2:22, so I kind of need to get back and get my shit ready to go on that thing. Not really sure what it entails, but let's go. Alright, so I got back to the hostel, I switched into some other clothes and packed the bag with what I think I'll be needing. The guy that I think is doing the tour, it's all a little bit confusing. The instructions aren't super clear, but I think the guy from the hostel is the guy that's doing like the tour thingy. He drove me back to the river and then he rode off on his bike telling me to wait here, so I'm assuming he's going to get his boat and then we're gonna like drive along the river to this like native village, and then I don't know, he said something about swimming as well, so I guess we'll just see what happens. Like I said, I'm a bit confused, the instructions weren't super clear, but I bet it's gonna be a good time. And it's currently 3 o'clock, so yeah, that's where we're at in life and in our day. I have no idea what's going on. Literally no idea. Alright, so that yellow thing is the boat we are going on, but we are waiting for some more people. Said we'll be a total of like 5, 6-ish. So we're just gonna wait for them and then we're off. Our first stop of this tour was to an Orange Asli village. Orange Asli meaning native people. And this particular tribe that we visited was the Batak tribe. I really liked this tour because the guide made it very clear to us that we weren't going there to look at them, because they weren't to be treated like animals in a zoo. We were going there to learn about them, and that's exactly what we did. We actually ended up learning about a few different tribes, how many there were, and where in Malaysia they lived. We learned about their way of life, what they eat, how they hunt, when they move, and why they move. We even learned about how they care for and mourn their dead. The more I traveled and the more people I met, the more I realized that there are an infinite amount of ways to live a life. And something that hit me during my travels was that you don't have to live in the society that you were born into or brought up in. Of course, this seems very obvious in theory, but actually meeting and interacting with people that were living quote-unquote different lives from the one that I've been living so far, whether that was in a tribe or some sort of sustainable community or just a solo nomadic lifestyle, it really just made it feel so much more real and tangible for me. In a little bit, we will go back to the boat, where I believe we'll shoot some rapids, he said before. I don't exactly know what that means. I think we will be getting wet, and yeah. Then he would stop for somewhere where we could swim, so I guess that's what's next. I just love this massive tree. I filmed before, it's gorgeous. Look at that, so cool. Let's go shoot some rapids. just having a nice little swim, and apparently bamboo is great at floating. Which, I mean, I guess I knew because people make bamboo rafts and shit. But we just went up there and got a massive bamboo stick, and I'm floating around. Just chilling in my bamboo. Alright, I'm ready. Make me pretty.
I don't know.
Too hard. Nice. Is he a makeup artist?
Yeah.
You pay me a lot.
Okay. Would you look at that? We found like a clay stone thing and dipped it in water and smeared it around on a big stone. Took a stick and started poking me in my face. Can't really see it though. Oh, there you go. Nice.
And now I'm going back.
Alright, we're back from the tour. It is currently 6:46 and I just went back to my hostel and got into some dry clothes because my clothes were drenched. I also decided to keep the makeup on because why not, you know? And right now I am on a mission to find some food because I'm starving. I was super tired and hungry at this point, but luckily I managed to find a restaurant relatively quickly. It had truly been such a long day, both in terms of travel and activities, but it had also been a really, really good one. Alright, I just had my dinner and I am walking back to my hostel. Figure I will just sit down here because this is the end of the vlog. We are in Tamanagara right now and tomorrow I will go exploring the forest. Probably on my own and then potentially doing a tour like another day. But yeah, that will be it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, if you want to see more of this, stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye. Oh, that's cute. I do not remember where it came from. This was not the way, was it? I don't know. I'm sweating. I did not realize we were gonna be on a boat without a roof, so I have no sunscreen and I'm gonna get burnt as fuck. But I'm just gonna, flies everywhere.